man.
She single?
Right. Huh?
She single?
No, she is not. She's engaged.
They ain't married.
All right.
They ain't married.
Anyway, yo, welcome to That's 86'd podcast. I am your host, Bryant and Theo, also known as BryGuy, and to my right I have the one and the only Theo. I'm surprised you don't have a hat on today, man.
Yeah, man. It's here. It's around.
It's there?
It's around.
You know what I'm saying? The hat that I'm referring to is, you know, the one that says Fuck Theo, where you can get that at www.that's86'd.com. Not only can you get that there, you can get all of the merch and listen to all of the podcasts on an audio setting when you're on your ride or your drive, you know, to wherever you're going. Listen to it, the audio version of it. And the videos are there if you like to watch them as well. All right? So, let's get into it, man. How you feeling?
Everything is delicious.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Speaking of delicious, want to give you guys a toast. Well, let's cheers. You know, let's cheers to another day. Great weather, great energy. And that's all I got about that, you know?
God is good.
All right. I can't. Oh my goodness. So right now what we're drinking on the bring the episode in is, what's that called? Knob Creek. Is this the rye? This is Knob Creek rye?
Nah.
Nope. It's the bourbon.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're bringing in the podcast with the Knob Creek bourbon. This has got to be what, 100 proof?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's exactly 100 proof.
Yeah, see, it's funny because there used to be more, right?
I mean, yeah.
It used to be more. Then they had the single barrel, which was even more. But now apparently they have an age statement on the motherfucker, which is hilarious because everybody else is going away from age statements.
I mean, they also have different offerings within their portfolio.
What you talking about? Beam?
No.
Talking about Knob Creek itself.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I think I just saw like a limited edition, like Maplewood finish and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that one's they got a Knob Maple. They got a Knob Maple.
Yeah. But
it's not a finish. It's stronger than a finish though.
Okay.
It's fucking maple.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like a liqueur. It's strong as shit though.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah, I mean the price point on that was around, I believe, $100, $99.99.
Ooh, no, that might have been the finish then.
All right,
that might have been the finish.
Yeah, it was limited.
No, because there's a Knob Maple.
Weeks ago. Yeah.
There's a Knob Maple, but then there's a, whatever you're talking about. Because that shit that I'm talking about is not $100. But this is Beam.
Yeah.
This is Beam.
It's under that umbrella.
Indeed.
Yeah. Just to be clear, we are not sponsored by Knob Creek or Jim Beam.
Nope.
This is just what we're having at the time, so that's why we wanted to, tell you guys what we're drinking throughout the podcast. And none of these brands are sponsoring us.
No.
It's just what we drink.
It's good for the shot.
It's good. Yeah, it's good to bring everything in.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a lovely day. How was your week, Ben?
Delicious, man. I told you. Whole bunch of fucking sports, man. Baseball season is underway. We just swept the Braves. Shit, man. I could give you a whole breakdown, but that's not what we here for. Shout out to my guy though, Zach Wheeler.
There we go. Got me.
Yeah.
I had to get it back. And it's still gone, so I got to get it back. All right, but yeah, so that's all. That's what's been going on in your week.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I've been on vacation this spring break, so I've been partying a little bit, making my rounds, seeing some people I ain't seen in a long time. Shit, you was there some of them times.
Majority of those times.
Yeah. I had a hard relapse. That's how the daywalkers like to refer to it.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. It's been fun. This week has definitely been fun.
Indeed.
I'm excited for what's coming up within the next 2 weeks. You talking
about the trip?
Yeah, so it's official.
Yeah, we out here tripping.
He made it. He made it happen, man. Because I'm always like, yeah, I'm down. And then then I think about it, I'm like, no, I'm not down.
Dog, I ain't even call you when I was gonna do it. I was just like, fuck it. I'm just nigga. He's just not gonna have no choice, or he gonna end up just paying me some money for some shit he can't enjoy.
Exactly.
One or the other. I'm doing it though.
Yeah. So I mean, the trip that we're talking about, we're going down south. Oh, should we stream while we're down? Oh, we gotta do it. We
absolutely should.
We gotta do it. All right.
It's real simple.
Dak. So I mean, I gotta bring the cameras.
You ain't gotta do that much work. I mean, keep in mind, it's carry on, man. Let's just do carry on. Bring your laptop.
Bring the laptop. All right, cool. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. So
we be on the road.
Compromise. All right, cool. Yeah. All right. As long as you guys will be willing, to endure all of that, because that's gonna be pretty fly.
Yeah, I think so. That will
be pretty fly. That will be pretty fly.
I think so.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. All right, I'm with that all the way. So yeah, in a couple weeks, we're going to be live from Norfolk, or is it Norfolk? Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk.
We're going to go show love to our homie Nato, who's opening up a restaurant down there. It's exciting.
It's very exciting.
It's exciting. The weather.
Very exciting.
Hopefully the weather is going to be great. We're going to be down there for a few days in Virginia.
Even if the weather ain't great, man, I'm gonna be great.
It's gonna be a great time.
It could rain the whole time for all I give a fuck.
Last time we were down there, we just did the beach, right?
No, we did a lot. We went to a bunch of parties and clubs and shit.
Yeah, I mean, but that was still on the beach.
Oh yeah. We was on Atlantic Ave for the most part.
Yeah.
You're right.
So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, he showed us a good time then too.
He did. Yeah. Shit, he was about to live down there.
Yeah, man.
He was like, yo, I got this room. Ain't nobody in this room. You can be in this room.
I was going to be doing the DJ in the parties.
Yes, you were.
I was going to DJ the parties.
You were.
So, you know what I'm saying? I was going to make a living.
You was going to DJ for the DJ.
I was going to DJ for, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see how it's going. I was going to be under his umbrella, That's the parent.
Speaking of which, when we was with Sean the other night, he was like, of course you DJ'd. Remember that?
Yeah, I know.
He was like, yeah, of course you DJ'd. Yeah, you've done whatever the fuck you want to do.
So,
sure. Yeah, you hustle. You do get it any type of way. Okay.
I know how to get to it. I can get to a bag. It's not easy to get to that bag though, and that's when I was with the majors, and that's what made me sit there like, I'm never going the major route again. I'd rather sit there and just hustle out of the indie route, because
that's when you was making trips to Boston all regularly and shit.
Boston, New York, I think that was predominantly the trek, just in the northeastern part. Not so much south, and I think once
DC, right?
I mean, DC. Did I do? I don't think I DJ'd DC.
Oh, okay.
I think that was more. So, no, that was in the food and beverage industry.
That was bar shit.
Yeah, okay. That was all bar stuff. I mean, bar stuff took me a lot more places than DJing. And that's the indie route. So because I got to choose where I wanted to go.
Well, keep in mind, you went to Turks.
Oh yeah, I did go to Turks. On DJ. Yeah, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's, Virginia Beach. The beach. All right, man. So how everybody feeling out there? Hopefully everybody's in good spirits on this hopefully joyous day for you guys. Ice Cream Man's out, so I know it's hitting out there.
Yeah, yesterday was Easter.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. What you do?
Resurrection Day, bro.
I mean, you came back.
I resurrected. That's what I did. I got back up. Kept it moving.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, yesterday I just got to chill with the family. Went to my sister's crib. She made these amazing ribs. Like, I'm not heavy on barbecue sauce at all, but she didn't overdo it. Because, I'm used to, like...
the flavor of the meat.
I'm used to...
the seasoning.
Well, yeah. But, like...
the texture.
Yeah, but, like, growing up, it was more so just, like, people just...
dumping that shit.
Just dumping the barbecue sauce on, and then it's just like... oh no. And then you pick it up and it's just dripping off of it, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah. I like it when it's the right amount of sauce.
Yeah, I mean, of course. It's like, I ain't gonna say it's like ketchup, because I don't eat ketchup at all, but it's kind of like ketchup, man. It's like, yo, you gonna throw a little bit on just as a
accent it.
Yeah, you gonna throw it, exactly, just as an accent, or you just want to eat ketchup featuring chicken. You just eating ketchup with a little bit of chicken in it. Yeah, nah, I got you though.
Yeah. Like, all right, so can't do that without. I mean, so we told you what we were drinking. Let me tell you what we're smoking. So right now we're smoking Maduro. That's the wrapper for the cigar. So we're smoking cigar. It's a Maduro cigar. What is this? Macanudo?
Macanudo.
Macanudo?
Yeah.
All right, so we're smoking Macanudo.
I don't know what country it's from, so I don't know what accent to apply.
Maduro, yeah. Just says handmade.
Macanudo. But I can guarantee that's how you pronounce it.
That's fine. Look, still learning. So just taking you through this whole journey of, us getting in cigars, just elevating our palate.
I speak 6 half languages, so I speak 3 full languages, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I speak one.
Nah, yeah, I speak 6 half languages.
I speak one.
Yeah, I know how to say cheers in like 7 or 8 different languages.
I mean, but that's that's a good one to know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Every language, is a good one to
you
know. Exactly. It's the only word you need.
For real.
That sucks, because when you cheersing with a bunch of bartenders and shit at a party, everybody got a different one. Mm-hmm. Everybody, niggas is like, Floast. You're like, cool. Chin Chin. Motherfuckers is like, Storovio.
Mm-hmm. Like, I get the motion, let's do it.
Yeah, like, as long as we drinking this shit.
like, we're all on the same page, right? Mm-hmm. This is, you all right, cool, yeah.
These is blessings and not cursings, right? Cool. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's the atmosphere out here. Everything's pretty lively. A lot of restaurants are excited that they'll be able to open up again. Or open up again. I should say that.
Yeah.
Some of them have been open the entire time throughout this whole year of the lockdown from COVID, coronavirus. Mm-hmm. So, now that the weather's breaking, a lot more people are coming back out. Not as much as before, obviously, but everybody's pretty excited. So they're bringing in more staff, and they're just filling it out. To see doing whatever they can before lockdown could potentially come back. And I mean that because there is another spike.
That's an interesting perspective. I ain't look at it like that.
There's another spike.
Well, no, it's been spiking the whole time, man. I've been looking at the articles. There's been a whole bunch of articles that said as cases go up, cities are still opening.
Yeah, but then there's talking about another potential lockdown because it's still just spiking, Mm-hmm. And with these gathering hubs, it's only going to just exponentially jump up.
Well, I mean, with the regulations in place, I would imagine that would be because we're all used to this way of life now at this point. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I imagine that if I were to gather with 50% of the people who fit in any given venue or location, that since we all have masks on and since we all have to put masks on when we interact with one another, maybe not at our tables, but when we got to interact with each other with masks on, I would imagine that would do a lot to kind of quench the movement of the virus itself.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just saying. It's not like niggas is just partying regular like they partying. No, it's more so okay, now we are understanding our circumstances, we understand our context, and we're kind of living within that context and moving around.
I mean, you would think that, but in reality, there's still a lot of people that's more so just you have the outliers, I guess you would say, within these, micro ecosystems.
Who you calling a liar?
Outliers.
Oh, okay.
Because I did say outliers, but I see what you're trying to do. But more so just
I did it.
Even when even the fuss of, not wearing a mask while you're going to the bathroom or going to go check out not another bar, but another bar within the establishment, the main, there could
when
be
you're
the
on your way
main bar.
to
and it's just wait, no. You still, when you get up from wherever you're going, you still have to put on a mask, so a lot of people still have issues with that, so it's always a thing, It's always a thing.
Those people can leave.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They can, but they won't.
We can tell them to leave.
I mean, you could, but that don't mean they're going to leave, because there still could be a fuss within all of that, but there's all kinds of things, you know, because everybody wants it to be to go
See,
back to
we trying
normal.
to see. Okay, I want to live normally, but I want to live normally. And I'll fit the protocols as I'm living normally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't live normally unless we actually consider these protocols. Otherwise, there is no chance at normal. There's just quarantine again.
Yeah.
Which, who wants that?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you know, nobody wants to be in quarantine for 2 years? 2 years straight, you know?
Shit, man. I don't know how long I was in it, but I'm not going back, bro.
Like, no, man, I've seen outside again.
Told you, nigga, I moved to Texas, bro.
Yeah, Texas is wide open.
Florida.
You know, I mean, they got their own, Texas is its own country.
Georgia.
Georgia, that's another one that got its own country.
Yeah,
like, at this point, they're just like, you know what? Y'all can't vote.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it. You can't vote, but you can come party.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You actually, you know, the All-Star game in the draft got taken away from Georgia, from the MLB?
Yeah.
That was fly. That was pretty progressive.
That was, because they showed with their alliances with that.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
And they talking about going to Texas.
I mean, why not?
Because you can go and do everything there. It's like, well, shit, why don't we play the All-Star game in a venue when we can allow 100% of the people?
I mean, and that was a winning team. I mean, they're still not bad, you know?
I don't want to talk about the Rangers, dog.
All right, cool.
I'm good.
All right, cool. All right, I mean, shit, I was thinking more so the Astros.
Oh, they cheaters.
I mean,
They cheaters.
they're still, I mean, they've been what? Didn't they just win the World Series a couple years ago?
Yeah, they cheated.
So hey, they still won. Like, yo.
No, they cheated.
But look.
The whole league admitted that they cheated.
But how do you know if you're willing to win if you're not willing to cheat? You know, how bad do you really want to win if you're not willing to cheat?
That's your stance on things?
You know?
I don't know.
I mean, like, they wanted it that bad that, you know?
I don't know, man. There's a whole lot of things like the integrity, the love of the game. There's a whole lot of things that come into play there, and I don't really want to argue about that with you.
Yeah, I mean, we won't argue about it at all.
Yeah, but nah, you cheat. You're a cheater. You get caught, then you lose. Like, you actually don't win anymore.
Yeah, it's like, either you guys are going to revoke the win.
Nah. See, that didn't happen.
That
didn't happen.
All right, cool.
Because it's a players' league. Rob Manfred was like, oh, what the fuck? I mean, it's just a piece of metal. I'm not going to take it back from him. And motherfuckers was like, what? That's the trophy we fucking play for.
We wanted,
that's a World Series trophy.
We wanted it more than you wanted it.
Nah, man. Cheating is cheating, man. I ain't with it. I'm not with it.
I mean, like Tom Brady.
It's not that you wanted it more than other people wanted it.
Tom Brady.
It's that you was willing to do anything to get it. And willing to do anything to get it is not playing. That's not gamesmanship.
That's playing a different game.
That's not gamesmanship. That's not sportsmanship. That's not for the love of the game. That's not for the love of the sport.
It's not
what it's about, bro.
It's not.
So yeah, that's like literally niggas who was on that team stole MVPs because they won. You know, so because they won, everybody on the team got all types of awards.
Yeah, I mean,
MVPs, Cy Youngs, all types of shit.
Yeah, man.
And
it's like,
bullshit.
Yo, man, that's bullshit. That's your problem.
You know why that's bullshit?
I'm still MVP.
You know why that's bullshit?
I'm still MVP. What's up?
Sorry. So you know why that's bullshit though?
I'm still MVP.
Because that actually takes money out of other people's pockets. Like, there's other people who could have been maxed out or getting paid a lot better or doing a lot better, getting picked up by other teams based on the fact that they was champions. Other niggas stole the championship, so now there's other people who are like walking around.
They could still, I mean, if we were going off merit, if you're looking at my numbers, you're looking at my track record, then, you know, I could still get picked up by that team, or I should still get picked up by that team, because it's like, wait, I'm a great player still.
Yeah,
We didn't win it all.
Being a great player has a lot to do with actually winning. And if you lost like 4 out of 6 series throughout that year with them, then your record just doesn't permit you to be looked at as a winner. Like, I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't condone cheating in any circumstance.
I don't condone it.
Well, you're making a good case for it. You're definitely arguing it right now. And when I say argue, I don't mean like how people use it today. I mean arguing in the classical sense. Like, you have a case, you want to support it, You have supporting points. Those points are called arguments. So
I'm arguing it. Yeah, I'm arguing it. Doesn't mean that I actually support the concept behind it. It's like I get it. I can understand why someone would do it.
I mean, I could too. I just don't stand by it and believe in it or condone it. And I would like to see it finished and done at all costs. That's how I feel.
I mean, because the integrity of
whatever
the game.
Whatever
it is, the integrity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But we already know within this world, there's not too many things. There's not too many businesses that even appreciate integrity.
So that doesn't mean we don't. That doesn't mean that us as individuals shouldn't value it and lift it up.
But that's a whole different thing as well. You know, like us as individuals, yes, integrity. A lot of like
shit. I'm a bartender. I feel like my integrity is always like top of the line. Like I feel like my integrity always comes into not comes into question, but I feel like it's always very relevant to the job that I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
because I have freedoms, I have trust, and I can't really betray any of those things.
Ooh, this is good. 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 All right. Now, from you coming from that perspective as the worker, you can have that, right? The employer or even upper management all the way up to ownership of whatever establishment you're working at, you know, they can sit there and be like, they're trying to cut corners. So they don't care. They could not care about your integrity. And it's like, I don't care about your integrity. We're going like this lemon or lime juice is, what is it? It's not sour at all. It's old and it's getting ready to mold. Still serve that, because I don't want to sit there and open up a fresh joint when I can sit there and just hold on to that till we get rid of this.
And then I'll tell them to their face, yo, no, I gotta look these people in their face, and I'm not gonna put no old shit on their drink as a garnish, and I'm not gonna squeeze no old shit in their drink, because then I'm gonna have to actually like change my measurements to try to counteract with the shit that doesn't matter.
And then it's like, all right, cool, so you're not on the same page. All right, so
I'm not.
All right, peace out.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
so a lot of people.
How much has that actually happened, though? So, how many times has that happened to you? Peace out.
I mean, it's never happened to me, but
you made a case now. Peace out.
I haven't been in any establishment where that is exactly the case.
I have, and because I made a case for it, they actually rethought it, and we're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna change this whole little volume thing that we got going on. We're gonna change this mindset that we have that is dictating all of our actions, and we're gonna just realize like this is in the budget. You know what? Rather than argue with you about it, we're just gonna realize, oh, you know what? Nah, this is in the budget. It can be covered. It's okay.
I mean, and that's great, and that's
and
fortunate.
Then you know what? There's other times where it's like
to be in those positions, to be in that position that you're in.
Then there's other times
to
where
higher up. Hold on. To higher up, where they're just like, you know what? All right.
Ain't nobody higher than I am.
That's fine. But
been high for 14 years. Dog, ain't nobody higher.
It's their. I mean, if it's their thing and they want to do it this way, they're. You know,
that's fine. That's fine.
You know.
But
so when I say higher up, you still have.
I know what you're saying.
It's upper management. You know, and then there's ownership, and if they don't want to rock that way, because that's like, all right, so you're challenging them, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You're challenging them. A lot of people don't like to be challenged, and
that's
definitely
fine.
when they have that kind of entitlement or authority within a realm, a space that they occupy, they can sit there. They have every right. Definitely in Pennsylvania, because it's at will, just to be like, all right, you might keep challenging everything that we do, which could compromise what we have going on. So I'm not doing that. You know, I'm out. I'm not out, because we're going to continue to operate this way. You're out. Because if you're going to keep doing that, that's not what we're trying to do. Because this is capitalism we're talking about.
Yes.
So we're trying to capitalize off as much as we can, doing as little as we can.
Okay.
So it's easier to get rid of you rather than sit there and change way that we're doing.
All right, so you can challenge somebody humbly. You can easily go to someone and make a suggestion that involves you doing the amount of the work that you feel is necessary rather than trying to put it on them, right? So is it easier to hire another me? Is it easier to make another schedule? Is it easier to find somebody else who's going to fit in as seamlessly with this whole deal that's going on already than it is for me. No, nigga, I ain't finished answering my question.
It is.
Is it easier for you to find somebody else who is going to be able to fit into this whole deal as seamlessly and provide the level of quality that I provide than it is for you to just let me go to the store and buy some fucking lemons?
Yeah, it is.
That's how you feel.
Yeah,
you're wrong,
just
but
because,
that's how you feel.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But it is just because there's, like, we have, in your case, there are recipes that, measurements. You can teach anybody these recipes and measurements and how to
Is
go
it
about
easier to teach
things.
people the measurements than it is to let me go get these lemons?
Yeah.
Is it easier to actually sit down and interview a couple of people than it is to let me go get these lemons?
Because you don't have to sit there and interview a couple people.
Yes, you do.
You can just sit there and just get that first person and like, all right, and then let the other person sit there and train them on this is how we do things.
Yo, I've trained 1 million people. Everybody is not receptive. Everybody doesn't learn. Everybody won't get the system. Everybody won't fall in line. So, like, everybody's not going to respect you. You can talk to 10, 12, 20 people, and everybody's not going to look at it and go, okay, I want what's best. I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful for the situation. I'm going to do my best to try to make sure I keep it. I don't want to upset the balance. I don't want everything to fall apart. I feel personally responsible for this. No, it's not that easy to sit down with one person and then have them assume that much responsibility to the point where they're actually willing to make personal sacrifices to see that the quality is at the level that it should be. That's not true.
No.
On top of that, listen. I'm not done.
The
on top of
that they want to put out.
Listen, on top of that, it's also not easy to sit there and schedule interviews. It's not easy for you to sit here and fire me. I'm saying sit here a bunch like you do. It's not easy for you to fire me and then figure out what's going to get done for the next 2 weeks until you do have the time to do those interviews, and then hire that individual and get them on payroll and get corporate to actually sign off on it. That's not easy. Those are troubles, those are problems, those are confrontations that are a whole lot more hefty than just letting me go to the store and buy lemons. Those things actually do add up. That's why in this industry, people suck at hiring, because you know what people like in this industry, you know what people are great at? Maintaining the day-to-day. They get into a habit, they continue those habits, and as long as those habits are conducive to the amount of output that they actually expect, then they will continue those habits as much as they have to be continued, because they need whatever money they got to get in their pocket. They need whatever fucking approval they get from the higher-ups. They need all of that. So they'll do it and do it and do it. But the moment that something comes up like hiring another person or training somebody, then you're like, oh, damn. This is not the day-to-day. This is something extra. This is something I'm not that great at. This is something that I'm not exposed to regularly. This is going to fuck up my schedule. This is going to fuck up my routine, how I do things. So that's why so many goddamn management positions are weak at staffing. This is why so many management positions are weak at training. Rather than sit here and train you properly and make sure that you go through the weeks of information and the weeks of practice that it takes, they would rather just hire someone who's more adaptable than you are. So they actually will go through that process more readily. But both of them are difficult. So I'm just making a point to you to say, no, it's not that easy to just make a replacement for somebody. There's somebody who knows how to get here.
Replaceable.
There's somebody who has an idea.
You're replaceable if you don't get in line with what they're already doing. Then it is easier to sit there and replace you to do these tasks rather than question or challenge what they're trying to do.
Prove it verbally, because honestly, you're just saying it. You just saying it doesn't make it the truth. And I already told you, I gave you numerous and a multitude of examples to say, yeah, okay, I can be replaceable, but it's more difficult to replace me than to just let me go get some lemons from the store. Now, I'm not saying if I'm completely insubordinate, if I'm late every day, if I'm completely undependable.
No, I'm not throwing in any of those variations.
Yes, I am very, very replaceable. I'm aware of the fact that I'm replaceable. However, when we're talking about something as simple as pushing the level of quality to where it needs to be pushed to, and we're talking as something as simple as just give me that receipt so I can turn it into the finance guy and we'll be fine because it's not coming out of my pocket anyway. When we're talking things that simple, no, it's not that easy to replace somebody like me. And it takes a whole lot more work to go and find someone else to sit down and talk to.
Because they're not trying to find
then get them signed up, and then get them an ID.
Because they're not trying to find someone like you. They're trying to do.
I'm not saying they're trying to find somebody like me.
But that's what you just said.
No.
You said it's not that easy to sit there and try to find. So yes, I am replaceable.
Listen.
But it's not that easy because you're talking.
You say like me. You're generalizing.
You're going through.
I'm not saying like me. I'm saying someone who did this, and I gave you a bunch of different examples.
Yeah.
Someone who.
They're not looking for that though.
Yes, they are. They are looking for somebody who's dependable. They are looking. That's why I said I gave you 3 different examples. They are looking for someone who's dependable. They are looking for somebody who's actually knows what they're doing. I just need
you to show up and do exactly what I need you to do or I want you to do.
Right, and I'm willing to sit here and train you to do it. Yes, of course. Okay, I hear you.
I don't need you to sit there and start challenging things at all because you know what that creates? A problem for me. Because now I got to go up and get approval. I got to go to either the kitchen management or whoever, the ownership, and just be like, yo, all right, so we're going to have to order more produce. Something as simple as lemon and limes or citrus, just in general. Now I need approval for that. So I have to go do something that I really don't want to do because I'm in my habit of, my day-to-days. And that's not my day-to-day of going there every day asking for, getting approval for this or that or whatever.
You ignored everything significant I said, but that's okay.
That's fine.
So
it's fine. Because you're sitting there talking about because you brought up a lot. You brought up, of course, dependability, right? Quality. What else? That's it.
Anyways.
That's it, right? That's it. What else?
We're gonna keep going.
This is what we're talking about right now. So why are we keep going there?
We're gonna keep going, like I said. So for a manager to speak to the kitchen and say, all right, we need you to order more citrus.
Why?
For a manager, I'm not done yet. Give me a moment, okay? For a manager to speak to the kitchen and say, we're gonna need you to order more citrus. That's a very simple discussion to have. Mm-hmm. That's a very simple discussion to have. Mm-hmm. That discussion is not nearly as long, painstaking, or as detailed as where's the last place you worked? What days can you work? And this is when I need you to show up. Mm-hmm. Not the same discussion at all. Mm-hmm. On top of that, it's not the same discussion as posting jobs on this website, that website, this website. Mm-hmm. So when you're talking about, you're making it seem like it's a whole lot more complicated than it actually is. Mm-hmm. Because there's been times where someone, I could come up with an example, and you definitely know this person, but I don't feel like saying no names right now. But there's been times where this individual walked up to us and was like, oh shit, what y'all running out of lemons? All right, I'm gonna make sure I order them today. They'll be here tomorrow. Mm-hmm. All right. That fucking simple. Mm-hmm. Because that person cares about the quality that their name is attached to. Mm-hmm. That person cares about the position that they're in, and they want to go above and beyond to make sure that they're recognized as being a quality person. Mm-hmm. So that's just one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is, like you said, anybody is replaceable, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody's replaceable. But that doesn't mean you don't have to do anything to replace them. Mm-hmm. You're assuming that there's 15 people walking in the door already saying, hey, I can do this. Hey, I'm qualified to do this. Hey, when do you need me? Oh yeah, my schedule is open. I'll take whatever you pay me. Mm-hmm. That's not the case either, bro. Those are conversations that need to be had. That's time that needs to come out of everybody's schedule. Mm-hmm. That's time that has to be set aside. So when I said, yes, people get into their habits and they want to fall into their day-to-day and they want to continue to maintain that day-to-day, yes, that is absolutely true. However, there's a whole lot of actions that are more difficult that don't lie in that day-to-day, as asking for lemons. Asking for lemons might be a part of that day-to-day. Mm-hmm. And like I said, there's a time for you to be able to humbly correct somebody and say to yourself, all right, what am I willing to do personally to make this thing change? Mm-hmm. So you can look at somebody in their face and go, hey, listen, it's not even a big deal. I'm about to get tipped whatever. I'm getting paid whatever to be here. Let me run to the store and grab me some lemons for my drinks that represent me to my customers, to my regulars. When I sit there and I serve them these drinks with my hands, I would like them to have the best quality that they can have. So if you allow me, instead of the smoke break that I probably take every 2 hours, I'm gonna run across the street and I'm gonna grab some lemons for my drinks. And you know what? Any of y'all need some? I'm about to be at the store. That is what I'm talking about as far as personal responsibility. And that doesn't put any weight on the manager. That doesn't put any weight on the budget. All that does is allows me to guarantee the things that are in my hands that I can control. And that's why I said you can humbly correct somebody. You don't necessarily have to say, hey man, why the fuck are we working here with this bullshit? Y'all need to make better conditions for us to work here. No, you can literally say, you know what? I make my money in this motherfucker. Y'all gave me this motherfucker to make my money in, so let me make sure I can make the most of my money in this motherfucker. Very simple. Very simple.
You could do that. Most people aren't doing that, and that's where it comes down to the whole.
I don't know. Have you met most people?
Why you're saying?
I don't know. Have you met most people?
I don't know. I don't know. Out of the millions of billions of people in the world, no. I've met some people.
Yeah, I don't think you met most people.
I met some people.
Because I met a lot of people who do that. I met a lot of people who are willing to do that. I met a lot of people who actually came up with the idea of doing that. So, me personally, I don't know. That doesn't seem too foreign to me.
I guess you met more.
As far as how to get shit done.
Or you.
I didn't say that. I didn't say most people. All I said was a lot.
I said.
I just said a lot.
Look, boy, look. You met a lot more people that's like that than I guess I have. But
Perhaps. Perhaps.
I guess, well, that's where it comes down to this conversation and different perspectives, different environments you're in. Yeah, because no, I have not worked with many people that's willing to do that. But then but as far as what I was saying before, like that quality that you're talking about as an individual, no. The statement that you're making is just like to replace that quality. I'm not going for that. That's not what we're going for. We're going for someone that's going to work within these boundaries that we set on the test. Like, all right, showing up on time. You know, you have your own mode of transportation. Do you have what else?
Cheers.
What else? Cheers.
Cilantro.
Can you bust these tables? You know, can you run this food? Like all that other stuff of just like, you know what? These are the drinks I'm making. I care more. You know, I care about this, so I want to sit there and represent it this way. You know,
so most of the management that you've ever worked for has been like super non-negotiable and like super non-communicable, and you guys just don't even make an effort to get on the same page. Is that what you're telling me?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Because that's what you're representing.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll go that way. I'll go that way.
Okay.
Where it's just like, oh man, now I have to go sit there and like, oh, we need more citrus, right? And it's just like, dang. All right. Well, if we're like out of the case, we take a quarter of the case is for the bar. The other 3/4 of the case is for the kitchen to go for the recipes and all that kind of stuff. So if we go over our par, that's more than what was budgeted for the use of this. So now I have to go and get approval, and that's the thing. I have to go and get approval to dip into their par, which is already this stuff is already calculated, you know?
Okay. So
that's all I'm saying.
You're telling me that as a manager, if it's miscalculated, that you wouldn't, or you haven't met a manager who's willing to actually make sure that it's calculated properly.
I won't.
You're telling me that
all the way there.
You're telling me that a manager is more likely to fire a motherfucker over some lemons than they are to just make sure that we got enough lemons next time. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, I'll go that extremist because
that's what you're representing.
Because it starts there.
In theory,
it starts there of the whole like challenging, because now it's like, all right, so it starts there and it's like, all right, you know what? I'll go do that.
My job is to work with lemons, and I tell a manager that I need more lemons to work with.
I'll order more lemons.
How's that
and
a
then
challenge?
It's like, all right, cool, bet, because now I have to go do something. That
isn't your job to do things.
I have to go do things.
Isn't your job as a manager to do things? Isn't your job to actually manage?
It's the manage. You
right.
know.
Okay.
And if you're sitting there telling me it's like that you need more, it's like, well, why? And then it's just like, well, because we ran out of, or no, because all of this spoiled, right?
Sure.
So because that's what we're talking about. If the citrus is going bad because it's not being used, that's mismanagement. Because it's like, all right.
Or maybe you ordered it on Monday, but most of it gets used on the weekend. So instead, you should order it on Thursdays.
So no.
Maybe.
Or it could be like, or it could just be like, all right, well, let's cut down on par a little bit for whatever, for these weekdays. If we're going to go through more on the weekend, I can sit within the quarter of that we do get. Now the quarter of the case that we get, if we're not going through as much on the weekdays, we don't need that's over prepping for something that's not there, that's just going down with spoiling. Now we can just cut back a little bit more. It's like, all right, we'll just have one backup rather than two on the weekdays.
Okay, but why is that not a discussion that should be had? Like, if you as a manager who does the ordering for these supplies are not in touch enough to know that this is how these supplies end up wasted, or this is where these supplies are mostly allocated, why is that not a discussion where it's happening? Why you gotta fire motherfuckers instead of just having that discussion so that you can do your job better?
Well, no, because now this is where I'm going with the like. Well, that's just one, right? That's the first instance, right, where it's challenging. Now I have to sit there and recalculate.
It's not challenging. It's communicating to make sure that we all can provide the customer the service that's necessary.
I'm using that word for a reason.
And I'm disputing it for a reason.
So it's just like, okay, that's just communication. That's how it could be in the beginning. It's like, all right, cool, yep, all right, I get it. You guys aren't using it as much, so we can sit there and scale down. And then it could
do your ordering on Thursday too. You could do that.
Or you could sit there and do that as well. But
okay.
So that's still that's still something that's something different than what we were doing prior, right? Where it's just like ordering how we're doing. So now you're changing a habit.
It was inefficient.
Changing an inefficient habit, right?
Okay.
That you've been doing it. That you've been doing forever how long,
Yeah, and that you obviously weren't in touch with.
So then it's like, all right, cool. So then potentially you could come up and like say make another suggestion or observation because you're sitting there doing it, and it's just like all right, this is another challenge now, all right, how? Just like I think we're going to need more napkins because it's the flu season or whatever. So now
have you never worked with a manager that wants you to tell them when you take the last napkins, or wants you to tell them when you feel like you're about to run out of shit?
When you're about to run out, yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about right now.
When you're about to
run out of shit, don't you tell the manager?
It's like you have to tell the manager unless
you're the person who takes the last napkin and doesn't mention it.
Unless you go to the store yourself and just I'm just gonna go cop up on some napkins now,
Yeah, but it'd be times where we out of napkins. Because that's another example. That's another great example. It'd be times where, we out of napkins. So they like, all right, I'll be right back in like 30 minutes. We open in an hour. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make sure I get some napkins. That's what the manager does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sitting there just building up a long haul case of how this could be a red flag for an individual that's going to keep challenging things for me to sit there and keep doing things that I probably don't want to do because I've been doing it this way for so long. Like, you're in a progressive way of thinking, and I love that. But to someone who's been doing it this way for so long, it's just like that's their habit of just sitting there ordering this way, and that's just like, I already know what I got to do on this day. Bam, bam, bam. So now you're sitting there challenging them to change up the habit and be more hands-on.
I'm not challenging them. I'm telling them that we're running out of shit.
Don't tell. It's like
you want me to set this table, right?
Don't tell.
So I need the napkins to do it.
Don't tell me shit because I am upper management, and this is how I've been doing things. And you're coming in my life.
You work with these people?
Now you're coming in my life.
These are people you work with?
I'm just throwing out scenarios now.
Okay.
I'm just throwing out scenarios, not saying that this is anything that I'm personally going through or anything like that, but just throwing out like, hey.
Well, I'm at a loss because I've never personally gone through it either.
It's easier. So but this is like, you know how my conversations usually would go, which is just like, hey, I'm going to throw out these things, you know, these ideas or these philosophies and see where conversation goes. And this is actually, we stumbled upon something right about now, you know, where
stepped in some shit.
Where it's just like, this is how the podcast. I don't even know if you remember because we've been getting along a lot in the recent episodes. But in the beginning, we hashed it out where it was like this, you know, where you would state something, I would state something, and then that's how the conversation goes.
Okay.
So this isn't out of the world, like sitting there talking about like sales reps and everything, and just like, oh, all right, whatever.
Okay.
Never been in there,
I'm
but
telling you
still
straight
just
up,
painting a picture.
I've never had a manager who took it personal when I told them we were running out of supplies. Mm-hmm. They always said, oh, really? Did you check here? Mm-hmm. Yes, I checked there. How about here? Did you check here? Yes, I checked there as well. If you'd like, I can double check. You want me to go and double check?
It's just like,
yeah, please. All right.
It's just
so
like,
now,
oh, shit.
listen. So now, I'm gonna go double check, even though I know I checked. Mm-hmm. But I want to be wrong because I want the supplies to be there, and I want to go in there and find it, and then come back and tell you, yo, I fucked up. My bad. It was behind this box. Mm-hmm. I want that to happen. But when that doesn't happen, I also know that you've had a moment to prepare. Gather yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Get level-headed about the idea of it not being there. And there, when I come back and say, yeah, no, we don't have it.
It's like,
now I'm confirming something that you've already been dealing with mentally, and you're prepared to do what's necessary to fix the situation. So
I put the order in.
There you go. You put the order in.
Cool. They'll be here next week. It's like,
nah, that's usually not how that happens either.
So what?
That's usually not how that happens.
So it's not going to get there in that moment.
No, it usually is not. Listen.
All right, I'm gonna go.
It's a day-to-day business. Wait. Hold on. Let me say what I want to say.
Ask them if you can.
Hold on. Let me say what I want to say.
You know,
it's a day-to-day business. All right. Now you're talking about a restaurant who actually had brother and sister restaurants on the goddamn block.
No, it doesn't have to be brother and sister. It doesn't have to be brother and sister.
Whatever. Friends. Whatever. We got an understanding. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because there's been times where I got shit back and I went and dropped it off at your bar and was like, yeah, we borrowed these earlier in the week. Here you go. You like, okay, I guess I'll do something with these. Right. Now that's one situation. This is a day-to-day business, bro.
Yeah.
There's been times we've run out of ice. There's been times where we had to go and get ice ordered, and that shit got to be here within the next hour. And of course, yeah, we got somebody coming to fix the machine, and yeah, we got somebody else bringing some more ice tomorrow, but we also need something so we can open properly.
Yeah.
All right? So those are different situations, and yeah, my manager is pulling their hair out, because guess what? My manager didn't have the wherewithal to figure out that the shit was broken when they came in, because it's not their job to go and check every fucking machine when they come in. It's my job. So I checked the machine and I brought it to their attention.
And
I'm not mad at them about it. I'm just letting them know, hey man, sorry, can't do my job without the shit. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm standing here because I'd love to have some shit to do.
I mean, all right. Even using that scenario or that example, it's just like, what do you mean? You manage your whole existence within this is to manage not just the date. I mean, part of the day-to-day.
That's how you feel about what their job is. That's fine. I didn't define the terms of their job when they fucking signed up for that shit. So I'm not gonna sit there and make them feel guilty because they didn't check the ice machine when they came in.
But you can see, there's
30 ice machines in this whole establishment. They didn't check them all. Damn, my bad.
It's like
I know is we don't got no ice, and let's work together to get it.
It's like you could see it. That's fine. That's fine to see it that way as well. You know, like, or that way. Period. But it's also, that could also be triggering, just like, this is someone who's sitting there just saying like, hey, I checked this and that's just not there. We ran out. You know, like,
straws.
Like you didn't check inventory. Isn't your job to sit there and manage inventory? manage these issues. No. I mean, but that's like.
But if that's how you gonna approach somebody, then yeah, that's kind of offensive.
Well, no. You don't.
If you're gonna sit there and tell somebody what their job is and what they should have did, then yeah, it's hard for y'all to be on the same page and be a team and come at it together and fix it together.
But that's not what I'm saying. That you're walking up to him just like, hey, isn't it your job to sit there?
No, but that's what you just said. That. So that's how I heard it.
But that's not how I said it.
But that's what you said.
That's what I said.
So that's how I heard it.
Yeah, but I said because
isn't it your job?
I guess I said.
Do you walk up to your managers often and say, hey, isn't it your job?
No. I guess because I said I guess I said a lot. Where all of it could have got jumbled.
No, we're talking about one specific phrase. Isn't it your job?
And
you walk up to a manager and say, yo, isn't it your job? That's how you communicate with your managers?
That's not what I just said.
That's what you just said.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's not
what you just said.
No, because you didn't listen to the setup or the preface.
Go ahead, preface it.
I already did. So I'll redo it. And I said that they can sit there and take it in their head, right?
Okay. So this is what they heard.
It's still building.
Although no one said it to them, this is what they heard.
It's still building up on that whole challenging, because we were talking about standards of quality, It's just like, all right, that's you coming up saying this, and it's like, all right, this is the second instance he's come up to me and said, hey, we're out of this. How did you not know that how did you know we weren't out of this? Because you never said that. But it's just like, so we're out of this. And it's just like,
what would you like me to do? We're out of this.
We're out of that.
I looked for it. What would you like me to do? If you want, I can go look again.
First I had to go sit there and do the whole lemon thing, or the citrus thing. Mm-hmm. And now we're sitting there. Now it's napkins. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, because there's also the ice machine,
Mm-hmm. Now we're on straws too.
Straws, It's just like, damn, man. I ordered these like a week ago. All right. I know I ordered them.
Right.
From that instance.
So it wasn't my mistake.
I ordered them.
What can I do
here we go.
to get them here today? You can even walk down with me. We can look for them together.
No, I said, did you check this spot? Did you check that spot? No. So now I got to put in another order for straws because I guess we're going through a whole lot more. Yo, guys, what's happening with the straws?
Before you put in another order, I'm just saying.
Hey, guys, what happened with the straws? Like, I'm just saying. What are you guys doing?
Because this has happened to me a million times. Keep in mind, I work at Fillmore where there's volume. Fucking inventory was done every week. Mm-hmm. And shit sometimes gets used more on certain shows than it gets used on other shows. Mm-hmm. Like on certain shows, these niggas might only drink Bud Light because that's just the crowd. Mm-hmm. So we might go through all the Bud Light that night.
So who owns the Fillmore, but who owns the restaurants or the events for the Fillmore?
Wolfgang Puck.
All right, cool.
Not the events, but they do the catering basically. They're the company that deals with the food and beverage.
That's that brand, that name itself. You're automatically thinking like of a big company.
That's still on?
Not anymore. Well, I mean, it says that it is over there, but it says that it's not here. So that's not still on there. Oh man, that definitely wasn't. All right, cool. Reload that. There were some comments too. Tag. I want to see those comments now too. But I'm pretty sure we could go back. But that doesn't matter. All right, we can keep on talking still though, because you can always catch it on the.
So what's important about this whole thing is, like I said before, in many other instances, is communication. It's not only what you communicate, but it's how you communicate. You don't necessarily walk up to a person pointing fingers and go, hey, did you drop the ball? Did you drop the ball? Because whether you drop the ball or not, that's not going to pick the ball up. What needs to happen is we need to figure out as a collective how we going to pick this ball up. Because I don't have a chance of making my little $400 or $500 tonight if we don't have a ball to give these people. So most likely, if I do approach you, I don't give a fuck how sensitive you are. I don't give a fuck how great you are at your job, or even how terrible you might be at your job. What my concern is not pointing out the fact that you dropped the ball or trying to convince you to admit that you dropped the ball. No, my concern is, where's the ball? How can we pick it up together? So when I'm communicating with management, with a coworker, with somebody below me, whatever you want to call it, I don't even like saying below me, but with somebody that doesn't have the same responsibilities as I have, the only concern is, yo, where's this ball at? Let's pick it up. What you need me to do? All right, you're not sure? Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Do you think that works? Does it work for you? Okay, you do your part, I'll do mine. Let's make sure this ball is picked up so I can make my little couple dollars tonight. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what's important. Now, if you want to talk about me making somebody feel challenged or anything like that, I am going to go out of my way to make sure that they don't feel challenged. Because if they too busy thinking about being challenged, then they're not going to be busy enough trying to figure out where this ball at and how to pick it back up.
Yeah.
And that's important to me. I'm not saying that is everybody's priority, and I'm not even saying that that's how everybody should communicate. What I'm saying is that's how I do it, and that's important for me to do it that way, because that's the only way I think this ball is going to get picked up. Now, if you want to sit here and say, but I ordered the straws, I just don't get it. I ordered the straws, and I can literally say, maybe we went through a lot of straws earlier this week. Whatever the case may be, where can we get straws? So within an hour.
Overall, because I do want to address the comments that were there, right?
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, and I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Okay.
Because someone said that you're right.
Okay.
You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
And to the other, and to Rome, we're smoking Maduro. I don't know, Macanudo. How you say that again? Macanudo.
Maybe you'll recognize the label, perhaps. I don't know. But,
or if we come back. But yeah, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but these are totally different perspectives on talking. It's handmade. But it's different perspectives on dealing with this or encountering this. So I understand exactly what you're saying. And it's not flawed at all.
Okay.
Just to be clear, it's not flawed at all.
I didn't think so.
But okay. I can also see another side where it's just like, oh, so this person is just going to keep on bringing things which can be interpreted as challenging over the course of time.
Okay.
Which is just like, oh man, it's just easier for someone to just come and be like, yo man, we ain't got no straws. All right, you know?
Yes.
Cool. And then when you brought it to my attention, all right, cool, thank you.
Yes.
The solution for me, it'll come in the next batch of ordering. Okay.
So that means that we should communicate to everyone how they should move forward without these straws. And that's all. Like, I've been in these situations, and I don't want to try to make it sound like I know better than anybody, because I absolutely don't. But I've been in these situations where we didn't have the straws, or we didn't have the ice, or we didn't have these bottles or these fucking cans, or whatever the case may be. And so now we're gonna go without. Okay, that's fine. Now, how should we communicate that to the guest? How should we communicate that to the team so that they can communicate it to the guest effectively? Simple.
Yeah.
Let's move through this.
Yeah, and it's still I'm still saying
you're still saying that
in the original.
You're still saying that somebody could feel challenged from us trying to pick up these balls. Because somebody dropped the ball, whoever the fuck the person is, I don't give a fuck. Maybe it was the delivery company. I don't care. Yeah. But you're saying that somebody could feel challenged by me bringing it to their attention that we don't have a ball and we need to find it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's easier.
But listen.
It still could be easier.
Yeah, I was gonna say I told you it's probably not though.
To sit there and just get someone
to just fire me and to find someone else who's not going to tell you when we're out of straws. Yeah, that's easier, sure. And I disagree with you wholeheartedly with that as well. But let's say, I just want to let this be said.
It could be someone that comes. Sorry to keep cutting you off like this.
Don't be sorry. Be careful.
But fuck Theo. But no. Just to have, because it's easier to just get somebody to like, you know what? All right, we're out of straws, and then dip off, you know, and go back to doing whatever it is they're doing, and not sit there and try to come up with a solution or anything like that. Because like, all right, I know that all right, so straws. I'll write that down. Bam.
Yeah. Okay.
Order it. Rather than it's like, all right, so what do we do now? What do we do now? You know what? You know what I think we should do? It's like, I don't give a fuck what you think we should do.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, that's fine. And if you don't care, then why should I? That's cool. I get that.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's why we're talking about communicating here, because not only am I going to go out of my way not to attack you, point fingers at you, or tell you, yo, you dropped the motherfucking ball, or make that the point of the conversation. If I get any inclination, or if I get any inkling that it's not a big deal, then it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I say, yo, we don't got no straws. You know what, man? That's cool. All right. Cool. I'll tell everybody we don't got straws.
It's like, make it work. Ooh, who was I talking to? I'm pretty sure it was Tim. Tim from Time.
Timmy Suntory.
Yeah, when I first got into the industry.
Tim Beam.
And you know how everybody was just like talking about glassware. It has to be in the right glassware. It's like I can't make this drink at, you know.
I told you that story.
Yeah, this is yeah. It was also from you as well. But yours came later because this is still back, because remember this is when I was still at like Franklin and all that.
Okay.
Bar backing.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, whoa, the rocks, you know, I can't put it on the rocks, or you know, because we ran out of rocks glasses, you know, even though you know we had rocks glasses still in the cases upstairs, they weren't chilled, you know. So they're thinking about the integrity of the drink because it's not coming in, or the branding, you know, it's not coming in that rocks glass with that big rock cube, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, and then I was like, shit. You know, well, what I would do is just like, well, we got these, you know, these other kind of glasses, you know, whether it's a Collins glass or whatever.
Yeah.
Put it in that.
Right.
And just say, yo, and then whoever's dropping it off, sit there and say, sorry, we ran out of the whatever, you know, we don't have any chilled rocks glasses right now. You know.
Indeed.
Yeah. So all
actually, what he told me was freestyle glassware.
Because that's what he believed, you know?
Right. But the thing is, it's true, because would you rather sit there and wait for the proper glass and not have a drink?
Just give me the drink.
Just give me the drink, however you can give it.
Like, is it coming in a martini glass?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, bro, it's okay. It's okay. It's half full. I don't give a fuck. It's the same. This is the amount that it comes with every other drink. The measurements is on point. Nice.
Cool.
Dope. Line me up another one. That's cool. Matter of fact, make me a double if you want it to fit in this glass. That's cool. Just as long as I get what I asked for.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but I can also see from a different side where it's just like, man, I gotta think about this shit on top of all the other shit I'm thinking about. I'm not trying to think about that.
Yeah, but that side is completely selfish and lazy.
Yes, it is. And do we not have in Philadelphia?
I've not worked for anybody that is that selfish and lazy.
No. In Philadelphia, a high turnover rate is usually caused by management.
Okay.
Because people don't like working for, you know, or with the upper management on these things, because they don't want to sit there and they don't want to sit there and take these steps, or have that communication, that line of communication. They don't want to sit there and do these things.
Sure. What's pre-shifts for, though?
In pre-shift, they're not sitting there. Well, pre-shifts something different, right? But at the same time, it's not like, all right, guys.
No, you're talking about communication. You're talking about a line of communication. That's why I asked that question, because pre-shift is literally an opportunity for us to communicate and all get on the same page.
Before the game, yeah. It's like, all right,
and all get on the same page.
So during pre-shift, a lot, I don't know how everybody does their pre-shift or anything like that. But it's just, sometimes it's just not like, All right, so if you guys just so happen to run out of this glassware, because that seems to be a thing now, just use whatever fucking glass you can get.
Or, hey, we noticed that we're running low on this. We don't know if we're going to absolutely run out tonight, but if we do, here's a backup.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put them in these, and it's going to look like this. Mm-hmm. So we just want you to add a little extra garnish that'll take it above the top.
Yeah.
For this glass, particularly.
Yeah. There are always
preparation.
There are always solutions and all that kind of stuff, you know. But it's still like what my whole just is just like it's easier to replace someone. Not in that moment, but over time. If you see someone, or if you feel like someone is always challenging you, it's like, all right, then I deal with someone that's going to always just like challenge.
It's not me that's challenging. If you're fucking running out of straws and ice.
It's you that's challenging.
No, but I'm still going to respond to what you just said, though. If you're running out of fucking straws and ice and napkins and all that shit, it's not me that's challenging you. It's the job that's challenging your ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, it's
that's
all right,
cool.
So it never, and it never.
And then on top of that, like I said before, I am trying to go out of my way to effectively communicate to you in a way that you don't feel attacked.
You're doing your job.
I'm doing my job.
Yes.
But I'm also trying to help you with the ultimate goal, not help you with your job. Right? Not just do my job, but help you with the ultimate goal because we're a team here. So if you feel attacked by that or if you feel threatened by that, then that's literally something you're making up in your head.
Then that's usually how things.
But I can't listen from my own experience. From my own experience,
just
I
in
can't
life.
say that that's how.
Not the job, but just in life.
In life, from my own experience, I can't say that that's how things usually work. If we're working in a team atmosphere, and this is a team situation where we have a goal that's bigger than any one of us individually. If, like I said, if the ball gets dropped and we both work with each other on how to pick up the ball, no, I've never ever had anybody come to me and say, yo, man, I'm tired of you trying to pick these balls up, man. I've never had anybody come to me and say, hey, man, I'm tired of this problem solving shit. I'm tired of you trying to make sure everything is okay, man. No, that's not my experience, bro. Maybe it's your experience. Maybe you've dealt with
in life.
Maybe you've dealt with
life, period. Not just for this industry.
I'm not talking about this industry.
All right.
Maybe you've dealt with some subpar people who don't want to see shit get done. But I have not. I have not had that experience, bro.
Jeez.
I've dealt with people who have just had something personal against me, and I can't fix that because I'm just me.
And that's usually what it comes down to.
But if there's a fucking job to be done, if there's a situation to be handled, if there's a problem to be solved, and it's in both of our best interests, never, ever had anyone try to stop me from helping that thing get done. Never. Could that be Fred?
No, that's not Fred.
All right, cool.
No, that's probably someone taking off their shoes, throwing them down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, never. I've had people criticize me personally for misunderstandings or whatever like that, but I've gone out of my way to try to alleviate those situations, and when it was my fault, I admitted it was my fault. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. That's just that. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about there's no straws. I didn't take a fucking box of straws home, and now there's no straws.
Because overall, I guess where I'm coming from is exactly like what you just said. You know, as far as just like it's not you. Well, it's you. It comes down to it's like maybe they got something against me, you know, but that's like, and they're choosing that because they feel like you're challenging them on. It's like you're kind of like forcing me to do things, you know, that how I usually don't do things.
Okay.
That's where the challenge is like, I'm just presenting. I'm just presenting the issue at hand.
I'm your first line of defense.
That needs to be addressed.
I'm protecting you.
Yeah, it's just like, but it's like, man, why does it always gotta be you though? And it's like, well, because I care. It's easier to have all the other people, you know, like if it's multiple people.
I'm sorry, man. I just haven't experienced that ever. Haven't experienced it. Can't think of one solid situation where somebody was like, I'd rather just blame you than just get this shit done or just make sure everything's okay. Never had that before.
It's like, no.
No, I haven't. And like the thing is, you keep saying like in our industry or in our city or in our situation and all that shit, and I'm just like, nah, I can't agree with that, bro. Can't agree with that. I don't.
That's fair.
I don't think that is it's clearly not the vast majority that I've been presented with.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like, because I guess that's what it comes down to: the communication and how you articulate things with people in these roles.
It's a team atmosphere, man.
Both sides of the coin, where it's just like, you know, I mean, but you are easy to talk to. You're easy to get along with, you know, because you know not to say anything when you know how to say things, where it doesn't come off as.
Like I said, I know not to say anything. Like I just okay.
No.
You know how to shut the fuck up.
No.
You know how to keep your goddamn mouth shut. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a cool way of saying it too.
No, that's not. That's not. I don't agree. I don't agree with that either.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. That's cool. Where in a way where you don't like where you're coming from, where the way the tone, the manner, and all of that, you know, like the relationship that you developed, you know, with said people. It's just like, you know what? He's not out to get me or anything like that. I don't even feel like that, or you know, like. He doesn't know it all, you know? He doesn't come off as I know it all, and, you know, like, it doesn't seem intimidating.
Okay.
Because of all the attributes that you, or the characteristics that you just, or traits that you just said.
Yeah.
You know, of just like, no. I'm thinking about the team. I'm thinking about this for everybody. Like, how are we going to do this? You know, like,
right.
How's everybody going to sit there and serve this drink that usually comes with a straw? We don't have nothing, you know?
Right.
But not say it like that.
Yeah, I got you.
Because if I was to say it and I said it just like that, just like, yo, no, I'm thinking about everybody. Like, how's everybody going to do this? So how do you do it? You know, and it's like, well, you know, like before COVID times, it's like, well, you know, I mean, they would just drink it out the glass, you know? Mm-hmm. They don't need a straw, you know? And it's just like, oh, all right, cool. I mean, if that's how you want to do it, you know, that's that. All right, cool. You know? If it's not handled that way, it's like, it could be taken like, what the fuck? Like, how else would they drink out of it? You know, if we didn't ever serve straws, you know, like, you know what? Fuck it. Tell them now, like, the turtles are dying from the straws, so we just got rid of the straws, so now they have no choice but to drink it this way.
Yeah. Sorry, you know, sorry guys, we're a plastic-free establishment.
You know, like, any of that, because it comes down to communication. Because, like you said, it comes down to communication. Like, all right,
it does.
How you say things, body language, all of that. You know, this quality, that's the standard. But it could be, I can see it just being way easier for someone in that position to sit there and just have someone just come up like, all right, I looked everywhere, can't find any straws. I looked there, I'll go look again. Cool, just to let you know. We don't have any straws. Mm-hmm. And then go back to do whatever their job is and not try to come up with a solution, but just put it on alert. And they're just like, all right, so I'll just order straws and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll have to hear from them again, you know? Mm-hmm. I'll just sit there when they come back. I'll just sit there and just tell them, yo, I ordered straws.
Okay.
I mean, you can go a little above and beyond and try to go ask the restaurant next door if you can borrow some straws, and when ours come in, we'll just give it back to them. You know?
Which is sometimes the case.
Yeah, which is usually, yeah.
Sometimes it's like, well, look, I'm tight with homie over there. Let me go see if they got a box. We can get a box. We can get through with a box. Yeah. If that's a suggestion that I can make, that's a suggestion that I will make.
Yeah, but the person, you could do that, or you could not do that, because it's just like, well, you don't have to come up. You don't have to come up with a solution. You told me. All right, be gone. Be gone. Thanks for letting me know. Be gone. Rather than, no, this doesn't have to be a conversation. This doesn't have to be like a back and forth on how we're going to solve this. You presented it. I know. Poof. Go do your job. You know. I can see that being another way of dealing with it, which could be easier, rather than using this time to sit there like, I'm probably sitting there looking at doing something else right now, And I don't want to do this back and forth to try to come up with a solution for that. You know what? Fuck it. Tell the bartenders not to serve that drink at all then. You know? I don't know. Go.
That's a solution that I can help you with. I'm on my way to go tell everybody.
But you could have just not done that and just, thanks for telling me. I'll put an order in for them.
Okay.
Be gone. And that could be a scenario where it's easier to replace someone. Where it's just like, oh, just come and let me know. I'll order. And then they mosey out the management office.
Now you're fucking fired. Get the fuck out of here. Make sure you take your shit with you. I'll go find somebody else. I just don't see that playing out like that, bro. I've never seen that happen.
I mean, I can't say that I've ever seen it happen, but I could see it happening.
I mean, all right. Well, if we're talking about anything we can imagine, shit.
That's what I based this whole thing on.
If this shit just caved in and $1 million fell in my pocket, man, I'd be happy as shit. You want to talk about that for a half an hour?
I mean, shit.
You talk about that for half an hour?
I'd be happy too. I'd be like, oh shit.
I'd be like, yo, it's not mine.
First, I'll be stunned.
This ain't my house.
It's like, that'd be $1 million?
Yo, you good now, dog. You ain't got nothing to worry about, bro.
Yo, man.
Hey, look. Why don't you put your $1 million together with my 1,000 and let's fucking let's open a restaurant.
Wait, why are we having a conversation? No.
You just replace me. Go find another nigga with $1 million.
No, I wouldn't do that. I just like, you know what? Who else could talk about restaurant industry?
You'd be like, you know what? You was never here, man. You ain't see nothing. Just bounce.
Like, so much easier, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Depends where your mind goes, man. Depends where your mind goes.
That's all I'm saying.
Whatever you want to think about.
All I'm saying. Like,
yeah, nah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I haven't had the misfortune of being managed or supervised by anybody who wasn't a problem solver. Mm-hmm. And most of the people that I've worked with on that level, they realize that their own personal responsibilities are to keep the ship afloat. Mm-hmm. And all of us are on the same ship.
Yeah, I don't want that. And if the ship
is right, and if the ship is sinking, then none of us are going to get any money tonight. And if the ship is sinking, then you might be blamed by people above you. Not you, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
the manager might be blamed by people above.
And then it comes down to just like, yo, why didn't you just sit there and hit me up and let me know that you guys needed more more
the
citrus,
thing is,
because I could have sat there and I could have just like
listen, I don't
gave
feel
you
like
a greater allowance.
I don't feel like training my boss. I've done that before.
And that's what I'm
and I don't feel like watching 3 or 4 different people get paraded around here. I like the dynamic that we have, and I would like it to continue. So let's create something sustainable so that all of us can benefit. Mm-hmm. Like, why is that hard? That's not hard. The hard part is fucking when you get fired. Mm-hmm. When you get fired, and now I got to show this motherfucker how to make every cocktail while customers is coming in the door. Or the hard part is when you get fired, and now I have to deal with the ideas that you have that already didn't work in the past, but since you're brand new here, you have no idea that they're just not gonna fly. Mm-hmm. Like, the difficult part is the changeover. Mm-hmm. The difficult part is the replacement. Mm-hmm. The easy part is sustaining and maintaining.
But check this out. Check this. I don't have to think about that as management. No. You're training them. You as the bartender now, you know, like now it's like, oh man, now I'm going to be moving. I'm not sitting there thinking, dang. It's going to
Who are
as
you?
a management.
Who are you?
As a management.
Okay.
You know, just like I'm not sitting there thinking just like, oh man, that's going to slow my bartender down. You know, his
you're fucking fired. So you're not thinking about anything. You've just been replaced.
All right, so now, so the new manager coming in.
So the new manager
that's
coming
what that
in.
cocktail looks like.
So the new manager coming in. Now my job is to try my best to make sure, by effectively communicating, try my best to make sure that they do a goddamn good job. Because how they do their job actually affects how I do my job, and how all of us get paid. So let's go through what we have to go through to keep this ship floating. Mm-hmm. That's it, man. That's really it.
Yeah. No, I understand how simple it could be.
No, it's simple.
Or how
it's simple.
Or how challenging it could be.
It's simple in theory. It's simple
theory.
with words.
All these things are in theory.
It's simple with words, but when you attach actions to all of these words, yeah, it might become a little bit more complicated. However, as long as you keep your eye on the ball and know, all right, if I don't do a good job with this could really negatively impact all of us. Yeah, like let's just keep it positive. Let's just try to make sure we do a good job.
Yeah.
I just think, I don't know, that's simple enough. Simple enough to understand. Maybe not as simple to execute, but simple enough to understand.
All these rules are simple enough to understand, you know? And actually execute. It's just making it practical. Like you said, the actions, you know?
Right.
The actions could sit there and be like, all right, so that's a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more. And like as someone new coming in, you know, and you're sitting there looking just like, it takes, like, if you have like cocktails that you got to set on fire and all that, it's just like that takes a little bit of time and effort in order to create that, huh? You know? Yeah, I get it. It's about the experience. How much does that cocktail cost? Oh snap! That's one of those ones. All right, cool. All right. Let me go see how that cocktail. Let me see how that cocktail did. You know, or it has been doing. You know, is that one of our most popular ones? You know, like sit there, go. Now you're stuck in your office because now you're sitting there just looking at what's working number wise, and I can see a lot of people in these positions could get stuck. You know. Just looking at these sheets, right? And then you're coming in just like, yo, man, by the way. All right, so I just had to dump out three quart containers. I just had to dump out a gallon just to make it easier for our audience. I just had to dump out a gallon of citrus juice because it was bad, so I need more now. And then now you're sitting there looking just like, well, how many of these things need actual citrus? You know, then it just becomes you just looking at a computer screen. Oh, shit, and I don't see you on the floor, and now there's a problem. Now I got to go, where's the manager?
I'll give you even one step further. Like, I'm not going to be the one to smell it and dump it out. I'm going to be the one to smell it and then go get a second, third, and fourth opinion on whether I should dump it out or not. Because maybe I just got a cold today. Or maybe I didn't know it was lime juice. It was actually lemon juice. I thought it was lime. Oh, it don't smell like lime. Oh, shit, it's lemon. That's why. Thanks. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Never brought up your quality. So the next person, that doesn't come up or that comes to me like as a manager, you know, comes up and just like, yo, should I dump this out? Should I not dump this out? Smell it? That's a lot, yo. When'd you do that? Or when is that labeled? You know, it's like, oh, that's a couple days. Damn, why they squeezing that much fucking citrus, you know? Shit.
For the weekend.
Fucking, like, use that shit anyway. You know? Use that shit. Once that runs out, then we'll just squeeze some mood. We'll just make adjustments from that, you know? Make adjustments there. Yeah, I don't know, you know?
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know, but then it could be, but then it's that person that's like, yeah, no, I went around to like 3 or 4 other, you know, bartenders and servers. We all agreed that this shit's bad, so I dumped it out. It's like, no, don't dump it out. We can still use that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. There's like, they make lemon meringue in the kitchen. You could have used it for that.
That's another, yeah, you know, so it's just like.
That's why I said I'm not going to be the one to dump the shit out, bro. I just told you that.
Things around. Yeah, no, I know. You said that. But, you know, like, of course you're still speaking from yourself, you know, for yourself. But that goes into.
Who else can I speak for?
But then that also goes into, like, I guess, that's the quality, right? That's the quality that you're speaking of. You know, that's the irreplaceable aspect of you.
Okay, you said it. I didn't.
True. No, you did say that earlier. Well, no, I just built a lot around. That's what I'm thinking when you say quality.
Okay, sure.
I don't know.
I was saying that it's not easier to hire a new person.
No.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's where you started at.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not easier. You were like, well, if you feel threatened. I'm like, well, shit, if you feel threatened, then you just feel threatened.
I didn't say threatened, but challenged. But
Okay,
yeah,
challenge.
I mean, because, yeah.
Cool.
Cause they are, yeah.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I haven't met that person, so I don't know.
Because now I'm trying to think of all different angles and sit there and just come up with a whole nother scenario too.
Just attack me, bro. Just fucking string me up on the cross. String me up on the cross. Just fucking crucify me, man. It's that time of year, bro. It's that time of year.
No. Just, I mean, because anything else, because, because this obviously was different, whole different extremes. Because then the rest would operate in the gray area, the middle, where it's just like, sort of, that's where the communication will come in. But like, as far as extremes go, and that's what makes great conversations. It's just like, all right, black and white,
Mm-hmm.
on, like the neutrals, these are always the like, whatever, where it's like, no matter what, common ground. But as far as like conversation for and extremes, it's just like, oh man, yeah, no, like, I don't want to think about you. I don't want to, poof, be gone. Somebody else to make my life easier.
Okay.
It's easier.
Okay.
The process itself may not be easy, but to handle out the task,
Okay.
yeah. Because I mean,
Until one day when they tell you it ain't no straws.
then it's just like, all right, cool, thank you.
You can get the fuck out of here too.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, that could happen too. That could definitely, if you're the only one, if you're the sole manager, or does that fall under general manager?
I don't know. I'm not putting myself in that position. I'm not putting myself in that position. If I was a manager, I would never argue that it'd be easier to replace people than it is to just make sure they get trained well.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But all the way to the other extreme is just like, you know what? Yeah, no. Just do as I say. It's cool. Don't think about no.
Yes, boss.
That's above your pay grade. Don't think about that. Thank you for presenting that. Thanks for letting me know that that you need straws. Cool. Poof.
There you go.
Poof. Be gone. No, I didn't ask for. No, I didn't ask for you. I didn't ask for you to go and come up with any of that, any solutions.
Like, okay, so on this tech sheet or on the spec sheet with this drink, it says straw at the end. So how should I approach that?
Hand it to him without a straw.
Okay. Simple.
Charge it. No, don't discount. No, don't discount it. Don't discount the price.
I never suggested that.
Don't discount the price. I know, like, I'm sitting there just going through all kinds of, like,
Okay. Stirs?
No. Nobody asked you. Did I ask you?
Okay.
No, I didn't ask. Get out of here.
All right, cool. That's what's up.
Oh my goodness. But that's a dictatorship right there.
Tyranny. I don't think I've ever experienced that. Like I said.
I watch a lot of TV.
Oh, okay.
So
you got a vivid imagination.
My imagination.
Yeah.
My imagination is just a whole different, like, scope of, like, different experiences and perspectives. That's why it's like, yo, I can see exactly where you're coming from, and yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I also can see this too.
Would you call that empathy, or would you just call that dreaming?
What, imagination?
No. Putting yourself in the shoes of a person that you never met before, and then trying to argue that out.
Ooh, it can't be dreaming, because if you're awake.
What do you mean?
What's your
Martin had a dream.
But he was actually asleep when he had a dream, and then he woke up and then he
That's
started
not true.
articulating it.
I don't think that's true at all.
You don't think so?
No.
That's not how you heard it. That's not how you learned it.
Nope.
Oh man, what public school you went to? Cause I can tell you public school I went.
I went to your public school, bro.
You ain't going to the same public school.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, that's later in life. Early on though, they ain't start teaching. They ain't start talking about Martin in high school.
Bro, you know another word for dream is aspiration, right?
That's another word.
That's another word for dream.
That's another word.
So I had a dream. It doesn't mean you were asleep and you woke up. To say I had a dream, you can actually say, I've always dreamt of doing this. I've always dreamt of being this.
But he didn't. No, because he didn't say I had a daydream.
Okay. You could be right.
I don't know, man.
You could be right.
I don't know, man. I guess I should have. I mean, back then I wasn't as vocal as I am now. Because I should have raised my hand and said, teacher.
I had a homie named Mario. He always dreamt of being a trolley driver. I don't think he was dreaming. I don't think he was asleep. I think he actually just aspired to be a trolley driver.
See, so why didn't he sit there and say it?
Because dream is a smaller word and it's easier to use.
I had an aspiration.
Because it's a smaller word and it's easier to use.
I aspire
Anglo-Saxon terms. They communicate with us on a deeper level.
I aspire for all of us.
I don't know, man.
You know?
He could be right. He was from Mississippi, wasn't he?
I mean, you know. Because when they say, what's your dream job? Well, when I'm asleep, man.
I ain't got no job, nigga. When I'm asleep, man, I ain't working.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just surfing.
Like what I like to go for. Oh, man. Oh, all right. Is it time?
Man, wrap this shit up, man.
I know we stumbled across something. Yeah, man, that was pretty awesome.
Did you have a subject in line for the day?
No, I didn't. I thought we were just gonna chop it up, have some fun, open these bubbles. All right, so now
I should have gave you the fuck Theo hat to put on today.
Damn, I gotta give fuck BryGuy.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think that's the general sentiment.
I don't think
that's the general sentiment.
All right, so right now we're about to pop some bubbly. We're about to pop some champagne from Ployer Jacquemart. This is the Brut. We did the rosé a while ago.
Ployer what?
Ployer Jacquemart.
Jack your what?
Jacquemart. It's not Jack, it's Ja.
Jock your what?
Hey, Ja. Jacquemart.
Like young Jock?
No, because that's J-O-C. This is J-A-C.
Oh, okay. Like Jack.
So it's French. So, you got to do the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like, it's French. It's French. You know what I'm saying? Jacquemart.
You got to say it slow.
You know, you got to say it like that, too. Jacquemart. Ployer, Jacquemart.
Yo, MotoGP.
This is all
First
the
French
way.
1-2 finish.
This is all the way 100% Chardonnay.
Jan Zarco. Fabio Quartararo.
But that's what they tell you, that it's 100% Chardonnay. This could be a lot of different.
They allowed to tell you?
No,
if it's not true?
Oh, they don't have to tell you.
No, but they told you, so they allowed to do that if it's not
Yeah,
true?
they're allowed to do that, man. Yeah, man. It's a lot of other,
So does that mean this water probably ain't from Italy either?
It's probably not, man.
This water, what is it?
I mean, it could be from Italy.
This said distributed by Nestle. Stanford, Connecticut. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so this is Brut, so, this is going to be a dry wine.
Okay. I like dry.
I know you do.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Because, I mean, you usually say that I like dry.
I know you do.
When you come with sweet art, so.
Naruto. These bubbles is fucking.
You smell that?
Yeah, it smell like motherfucking I was gonna say apple juice immediately, but then it got real bitter.
What's the vintage on this? This is no, because they would have said if it was a 2012.
That's when the world was supposed to end, right?
This is a non-vintage. NV.
That means it's all years, right? Or a bunch of years? Maybe a combination of years?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna have some old stuff in it, very little old stuff, but more so like newer.
Okay.
Newer harvest.
So would I be wrong if I said like pear and copper?
No.
Is that cool? Is that allowed to say? Like
you can say whatever you want to say. I mean, it's all subjective, you know.
What you say is what you say. Say how you said it when you were saying it.
Get some Eminem going. I feel you.
Yeah, you already know. You already know. O-M.
Listen to Eminem, man. That's how I got.
O-M.
Yeah, that's how I got into that whole, you know, like I'm a soldier.
Same album.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's dry. Wow. That's not what I expected from the smell.
Man, that golden apple right there.
No, I know. I went apple, and then I went pear.
It's fantastic. It smells great.
Because you know pear got that little bit of that minerally kind of essence to it.
Mm-hmm. This is like also a golden pear. You know, definitely ripe when you first bite into it.
Let me see this. Can I see this?
You got one too.
Can y'all read that? Yeah, mine ain't open yet though.
Yeah, open it.
Can y'all read that?
Open that joint.
Can y'all read that? Yeah. Can y'all read? Y'all know how to read. Look at that shit.
You gotta bring it closer. All right, so yo, what's up, my guy Jeff? Are the comments on? The comments aren't on here. Oh, they are.
Jeff ain't from French. His name would be Yefri. Yefri.
See?
Yefri.
Now you get how you got the jog mark.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yefri.
right about now it's all a celebration. So we got the champagne, the Ployer, but not only that, we do have the cigar. This
grab
is
a
from,
drink, grab a glass.
Romeo y Julieta.
After that, I grab your ass.
This is Reserva Real cigar. I don't know too much about it, but so I just got the news that I'm having a boy, baby.
Did you say Reserva Rear?
No, I said
Reserva. Oh, Reserva Real.
Yeah, Real.
I thought you was mispronouncing
so,
reservoir.
No. So yeah, having a boy. So we're gonna light these cigars up for that to go with the champagne because it's all a celebration. I wanted to share the news with you guys because it's all exciting. Just to follow up on the kid announcement.
Yo, and we are by no means saying that boys are better than girls.
Oh no, that's just what's happening. Like I'm just having a.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, I'm just having a son. So yeah. So I guess we're just gonna chill out. This was a pretty intense, fun episode.
You did that shit.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Can I cook? All right, so you got any highlights you wanna give out right now?
Yeah. Oh, you was fucking with the shit. Yeah. I want to highlight my homie Jeremy. Jeremy is a server over at Ocean Prime, and he is one of the most sincere, intelligent, thoughtful gentlemen that I've ever had the privilege of beholding. He's a good-looking kid too. I think that what makes this guy so special to me in my heart is just the amount of care and attention that he brings to every situation that he walks into. He's really open-minded, and I feel like the love that he has just kind of like emanates. I've never seen him in a room where anybody's angry because it's just not something that he allows to happen. Not even in a forceful way, but more so in the way that he's putting out so much of that love and caring and affection that everything just kind of disseminates. Everything negative just kind of disseminates in his presence. So, Jeremy, you're the fucking man. And if you ever get an opportunity to walk into Ocean Prime, ask for Jeremy and tell him I sent you. And he will treat you like he treats me or like he treats anybody else that he loves and cares about. And you know what? Even if you don't do that, even if you just happen to meet him by chance, he'll still do that for you. So yeah, shout out my guy Jeremy, man. There's not many like him. It's a rare breed nowadays. There should be more of them.
Shouts out to Jeremy at Ocean Prime. My highlight, I'm giving it to Sean McLeod. Fantastic guy. He was
oh shit, he Irish?
No. No, he's Haitian.
Oh, word.
I believe he's Haitian.
Oh, you can't do that. That's funny as hell.
You see, I did it. I did it. I went there. But yeah, he used to be a sales rep for Diageo. Before that, he was a sales rep for Duce. He handled Diageo's luxury portfolio.
Yeah.
He had pretty much the whole northeastern region, so that's pretty fly for him. Right about now, what he has going on is he has this subscription box called A Taste of the Culture. Maybe you guys seen it before. So want to show some love to him. He's also into cigars, and most recently Theo and I got a chance to sit down with him at Cigar Code. Another friend of ours just opened up a cigar concept down here in Philadelphia, down on Delaware Avenue. It's called the Cigar Code, and Sean came through and he actually bought a couple things for me that I purchased. So I purchased this travel case. The brand is called Imperioso Cigar Lifestyle. So ultimately, to bring that up or to show you guys, it's this travel case. It's really nice. It's leather, genuine leather.
Italian leather.
Yeah. Open it up. Boom. All this stuff, the fumes didn't come with it, but it looks like the inside, you can have your cards, you can have it's a slot for the cutter and the lighter, and it doesn't come with any cigars in there, but cigars.
That's what it looked like when you put them in there.
Yeah, you can take this out and just carry your cigars like that, or if you don't want to bring the whole travel case. So I would say definitely check.
Show them the clutch part.
You could sit there and carry it around.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
You know, it's well worth. It's a great investment if you're into smoking cigars. Definitely highly recommended. I purchased it myself.
Or if you want to look like you got any type of style, if you're not a swagless gorilla or anything like that, you would really appreciate this piece.
I mean, yeah, because it's way better walking into a place with the cigar travel case rather than with like Ziploc bags full with cigars and all, everything.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be a swagless gorilla, please.
But I was sold because it came with a cutter and a lighter, and these colors are amazing, like the gold and blue or navy.
Dragging your knuckles on the ground and shit like that. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I definitely want to give a special highlight to him. He's another industry guy, and he's doing amazing things. Definitely with the subscription box that he offers, where it's all black owned, like spirits, wines, and usually if it comes with like glassware, some cocktail. There's already mixed cocktails sometimes in there, and I think that it's pretty cool what he's done. So shout out to you, Sean McLeod. And we're pairing this It's a Boy cigar with this Ployer champagne for the celebration of the family growing. That's about it. All right, so once again, thank you for checking out That's 86'd podcast. I'm Bryant Fennell, also known as BryGuy, and to my right is my main man, Theo. And you can always check us out at www.that's86.com, all one word, where you can get any of the merch, the fuck feel hats, That's 86 shirts, whatever else we have up there. You can also go there to listen to the audio versions of the podcast, and also the video is there as well. Or you can just go to YouTube if you only want to watch the video. You can go to our YouTube page and you can just search That's 86 podcast, and man, so much fun. All right.
We might have a donate button up that motherfucker too, I think.
We actually do have a donate button, so you're always welcome to donate. It's useful. It goes to building the production. Just keep on growing. for the podcast and just showing your support, because I'm definitely paying all of this out of my pocket, so it's organically just happening and it's going to happen regardless, you know. So but I would definitely welcome donations, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for tuning in to another episode of That's 86, and see you next week, same time, same place. Cheers.
Flash rules.